Let's think about it. I'm gonna assume we're going.
Where?
There it goes. Now we're going. We're going.
I mean, we were going.
We're going. Oh, okay. Everything's fine. Oh God.
This is why I don't
Anyway.
let Dustin control the chat. Just close the stream window. You don't need that open.
It's closed now. I'm Dustin.
I'm Lori.
We're gonna do a little bit of game stuff today. Not sure how much, but a little, a smidge. Everything's gonna drive this evening.
Beep beep.
And yeah, I opened up that oh, don't do it. Opened up that Notepad doc from last week. That basically I think we're gonna mess with the first thing on that list. Yeah, at least the first part of that, we're gonna try to make sure that coins you collect get stored across play sessions. And then that second thing we'll either do tonight or in the near future. But that's at least what we're gonna look at this evening. So, Lorraine, you're the one behind the sticks, behind the keys, as it were. Where are we gonna start? Because, as I think we discussed last time, all the persistent data is stored in the player prefs file within Unity.
I can't remember which this one I think is where.
You can close any of those windows if you want. I don't remember.
So essentially,
Okay. I'm not sure which one was with me today.
the baseline gist of what we need is essentially this, but something else. Player profs. It can be, I believe, a string, an int, a float, or a bool. I believe are the types of player profs that there can be. So, and they're just like, it's literally as easy as, like, this if statement, this first one, will literally just make it. Like, there's no weird functionality. This is where this thing gets made. So essentially, we need that for the coins, but different.
If this Unity documentation is up to date, it is ints, floats, and strings.
Okay, so it's not bool. Bool is the one I was shakiest on anyway. So, my next question is, what would be the ideal format for storing this? An int or a float?
Not a float. Probably just an int.
Okay.
Because they're not going to have fractional coin values.
Mhm.
And it's not going to get higher than, I think ints are even bigger in C#. I think they're even higher than the 30,000. I think they're actually longs. I think they're 2 million or 2 billion or whatever. I forget what the number is that ints go up to. But I think an int will be sufficient.
Okay. Assuming I should make a new script. Or we leave it in this script. And just add to the start function. Because this is connected
I would probably just do that, honestly.
This is connected to the level selector.
Uh-huh.
Collection controller, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's on here. Right? No? Huh? Yeah, I don't know anything anymore. I thought it was on this one.
I'm not sure.
Or this is... I thought it was on this one. It's on something that... Or no, because this is not... I mean, it doesn't matter, honestly. It's still okay.
I think it's fine to put it here
somewhere.
in any case.
Because, like I said, player prefs can literally access by anyone in the game, like any function. You don't need reference to this to be able to access player prefs. So if we just literally create it here, that's fine. We just need to be in the start. This is the end of start. I hope if I did that the right way. Call it coins. Nope. We don't need that.
I would just maybe, not actually knowing what the default value is, I would probably just say Okay, it might just be null. That might be true. Is it mad about that, or is it just because you didn't finish putting in the... Okay, so yeah, that I don't think it'll be... Just
No.
do less than or equal to 0, just in case it's a default negative value. Because it might be, I don't actually know. There you go. And then just set it to 0 as a default, probably, anyway. Because that's because this first check is just to set it to something, right?
If it this is just to see if it exists.
Yeah, and then but I'm saying the setInt will just explicitly create it and set it to, like, it'll make an entry for this coin string.
Sure enough. So it's probably coins, comma, yeah.
That looks right. Okay. And then, yeah, this is going to be the part this will be fine, actually, for our first pass.
I do want. Okay. I think that's. I'm just looking to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or I should do the no.
Okay. And then two complicated parts. There's kind of twofold what we need to do with this. The first one is we need to figure out where we're going to increment it, like where it would in what single or multiple places in code are we going to add to the coin count, and then where are we going to store it when we're calling it? Like where are we going to put it such that like various objects will have access to it. Because I would say we'll probably put it here, and then we also might want to add a different check that would well, this is up to you. Do you think we should account for players quitting the game through like the menu? Like, should we give them any coins they may have collected up to that point, or should we just not give a shit? Because I don't have super strong feelings.
Part of me says that they should only get them banked at the end of the level.
Okay. In that case, can I make...
If you think about it in other games, kind of like this, you don't get anything for a halfway.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I think about it also, this is being fairly generous. Like,
can I make an addendum that
No.
maybe whatever the pop-up text screen is that has you quit out of the game during the game, maybe we just like add a line that says you won't keep your stuff.
yeah.
Like progress will be lost or whatever.
Cause this, I mean...
In that case, do me a favor and click over to that notepad file and type something out. So the equivalent to that.
Where?
To the bottom, yeah. Just go past there.
Not this, what is, I don't know what...
You can just delete that other text, yeah. So like change game quit, level quit menu. Just update the text to let people know we won't preserve their progress. Okay.
Object collector, okay, that's what we... Score... I should check that just to make sure. that's not what I wanted to do. Go to. Because reporting is getting the information sent here. This, okay, so it has the score controller has that. Okay, so if we get collection total. Exit pipe. Okay, so we have right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the collection total, it's gone. Adding to object total. So that should, in theory, once that's called, right? Does it call adding to? No, it just says report collection. So it doesn't actually add them to here.
I mean, just do a search on that other function if you want to see where that is called elsewhere in like the game.
Because it's a public function, which is what's confusing me a little bit.
I'll search for it. Just which thing are you looking for?
What? Oh no, that's the total number there were. So okay, so that's not exactly what we want. This is. But where is it adding it?
I mean, that could be each individual like object adds to it.
Current level score. Yeah. Oh, because that's right. That's what I'm doing. I'm saving them all as strings, coded in a certain way that they get broken down later. I don't think I'm keeping a running tally. That's right. I can't see the bottom of the screen. Where is the results screen? In the scoring display control. Total is actually okay. So wait. So this is the actual screen that I think we want to put the thing on. Yeah. Not the exit one. This one, because this should have, yeah, parsing scores is. Here we go. I've just collected in each level into one value.
Okay.
But this
That
is
doesn't-
only at the end of the game, so that's not exactly what we want. Because, like I said, they're being stored in a string to make it easier for me to do something like this. Because they're not being tallied until the end. But I'm still not 100% sure. Me too. I'm just a collector. It's got that. Let me just go.
All right. So here's another thought.
I really just. Oh, because that was the HUD. That was messing around with the HUD. We're not doing that at all anymore. Oh, this poor baby. It's been eviscerated. It's so sad. This poor script. Yeah, because literally none of that matters anymore. So the num objects collected is here. That's the number we need. That's the number we need to add to the thing. Because we're not, those are, this isn't getting reset, or this isn't getting, this doesn't persist between levels, so I don't have to worry about the number being forcibly reset during this level. So it can be after that, but it has to be on the exit pipe controller. So it could just literally be in this collection of the score fucking thing, which is fine. But I think I'm going to make it a different function. Then trying to think of a meaningful function name.
I mean, what's this? This is going to be the thing that passes it.
This is what's going to be setting the player prefs.
Okay.
Saving total.
Yeah,
saving.
sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Total. But I need to pass this object. Because it's only in here, it's finding it in here. It's not doing it anywhere else. Come on.
There it goes. Okay.
Because I pressed. I hate this keyboard.
Oh.
I don't know what any of that was. No, I can just do. Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Sure. You don't even necessarily,
I'm just scared.
What?
I could just do it in that, I know, but I'm just scared.
No.
I hate this keyboard.
I was gonna say, unless you're gonna use more of the object controller, you could just pass in an int instead.
Okay.
Or don't worry about it. It doesn't really matter.
I'm not pressing that comma, but whatever. That should do it. Or don't accept anything.
Not bad, Brian. How are you? Type.
How do things stand out?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. We're hanging in there over here. We're doing okay.
there's a Christ above. That should work.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, it's gonna take so long. Can we even get into a level?
I think so. Let's see. Find that out too.
Great.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Rain's driving tonight.
Beep, beep.
Did you hit play?
No.
Okay.
What did you do?
It's
Variable costume title of costume and description has not been assigned.
not sure if that has something to do with the stuff I was changing or not. I'm not sure what's up with that.
Can we just bypass this level?
No, but you can unplay it real quick and just move that trigger so we don't have to pass through it. Move it or turn it off. Probably faster than just type shop level in the search.
Which one is it?
Go down. Bottom one.
This. Beep.
What? Huh. Alright, well. Okay. Double check the log. Just see, would it have spat out a 0 there for the coins?
Well,
Okay.
created it.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh, well, let's just keep going. Just to unpause it.
Nope.
Oh, god damn it.
You press exit.
Why would... Is that supposed to do that? It's supposed to make the menu option go down when you hit B?
No? I don't know what you
I
did.
think that's what happened, unless I just, like, the stick was just stupid, which is totally possible. Alright, well, that seems bad.
What did you do?
I don't know. There's all kinds of weird stuff in that shop level right now. Just unplay it.
Can we just not skip it?
I just have to... I don't remember where that is in the thing.
I mean, it's here.
Whatever.
You need to collect a coin.
Find one first.
I should pause and look for one. There's one. Okay.
Okay. If you want to just drag me to the exit, you could.
Just want to see if there's any.
Flip around there. I can just go. That's fine.
Oh, it's a key level.
I mean, I can just play it.
Let's see, 'cause it's you have to go back near the start. There's one up there,
Mhm.
down and over there. Might as well actually show the gameplay loop. Ah, look at that friend. Maybe it'll kill
Can I hurt you
him.
from here?
No, because their triggers are spherical, I believe. That's 2.
Why is that broken?
Because does this go to the start screen? Or what is this? What?
What are you asking?
Never mind, don't worry about it.
last time, so you can just shove them out of the way. Oh, I don't have shield anymore.
Just don't get hit by this thing. They don't physically hurt you. You will.
It's busted too. Maybe that's even the thing that broke it originally. I might not be able to do this. It's always just gonna click on something else on a higher level. Just search for her if you're gonna do that. Just search. Just type the word Marta. It's insane to not do that.
Yeah, I'm just doing it out of spite. Oh, she's right there. Where's the exit?
Whatever.
Theory, the camera should find you? No. Okay, good. We're good. Okay. I don't care about you. It was too far. You should really click this out.
Mm-hmm. Not wrong.
There we go. So that number is pulled from the player pref. So if we do this,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Should
do this.
Even when the shop level loads up.
Yep, nope, player pref found, coins too.
Okay. Alright.
I did it, I win. And we don't display anymore.
Okay. Do we want to decrement them in the same place? Like in the code? Do we want to put a function call in like whatever that file that was that
Because I'm
coins
still,
there?
like
or?
I said, I don't know where that collection controller lives. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But we can literally just make a function, like, here, let's just...
I mean, you know what? Don't even worry about it, because the only time they're ever going to go down is in the shops anyway, and I'll just make that part of the shop thing.
And yeah, it's like I said, it's literally just a player pref.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah. Do me a favor.
Never.
Pull up,
No.
start typing shop controller.
What?
There's a script. Just type the word shop and see what happens in the search. Nope. Just type it.
Never.
I swear to God.
Well, if you put it in a normal spot, maybe we'd be able to find it. Why don't you put things in smart places? Why wouldn't you put it in an easy to find place?
Typing the word shop is easy to find.
No, because the rest of the where is it?
Shop menu base, that's the one.
Where is this though? Scripts, store scripts. Where this fucking stores? Okay, it's right there. What do you want in here?
Put it in here somewhere.
Where?
Doesn't matter. At the bottom of all this other shit that I'm still working with.
But like, what?
Just put like decrement coin value or something. Spend coins. And then we just do all the player press shit.
Why? Because you can't type like 3 sentences.
I mean, we're messing with it. You're over there. In fact, you might go ahead and since we're doing this. No, keep that.
No, I need to fucking type coins. Can't type it if it's not on the line, and I'm not. Now what do you want?
Make it return a bool, and we'll do even a check in here.
What?
To see if you have the coins to spend. Don't make it void. Make it bool.
Why would you make it what?
The return.
What?
Instead of returning nothing, make it return a bool.
Why?
So we can tell you if you can spend the coins or not. All right, Lorraine, what if you have 6 coins and you're at the shop and it's like, the costume costs 10 coins,
You would do the call before this.
but we're checking the value in here anyway, so there's no reason to, like, check it again. All right.
Why do I need to make it a bool?
Because you'll send true if the coins could be spent and you spent them, or false otherwise.
Whatever.
I'm just trying to come up with other ways to work with what we're doing right now.
If there's a better way to do this, but why are you mad? Now what?
It's just because you didn't have the...
Now what?
I mean, that's the current total, right?
It's literally called current total for a reason.
Just check the difference. Is decrement higher than greater than current total?
I hate this fucking keyboard so goddamn fucking much.
I mean, would you like the other one more? The other one that's in front of you that's running that other stream computer? We could swap them.
That's way too much fucking work. This keyboard. I can't type the fucking...
I
That.
cannot believe that the thing is so unwieldy.
I hate it so much.
And if we wanted to test that right now, we could maybe do it. Maybe just figure out a way to make that happen. If you're gonna put a debug there, put another one up in the first part that shows that it failed. It just says like insufficient coins or something. That works.
I'm assuming the space is a whole lot, honestly, I don't know.
Maybe.
And
Probably.
It doesn't matter.
We'll see. Anyway, go ahead and
I mean, do you just want to take over? If you know what you want to do with it? Because I've done, like, the part I was...
I mean,
had
it's up to
considered.
you.
Like, if you have more of an idea of where this shit goes...
Do the next thing. Just
what is the next
do this,
thing?
and then we'll go from here. Search for shop menu base.
I'm in shop menu base.
No, I know, but you gotta find the right script that inherits from it. I don't remember what it's called.
Christ. What do you mean?
Just Control F. Oh my God! Just go open Visual Studio and hit Control F.
You didn't fucking say where to search for
No,
it,
it's
you
fine.
shit. What?
Shop menu base. And then
Here.
just full project
Where?
under the drop down thing.
Which drop down thing? There's
That
like
one.
8 of them.
Yeah, change that to all current project
Entire...
or entire solution. So they should be the same. That's that one. That we can test it here. So just go ahead and I think it's just the one that launches it, right? You can just put it right there for now, because it's literally
Where?
just a test.
Where? I don't know what you're.
Trigger launch enter menu. I think that'll work. Just put a call to that function we just made. You'll have to make it protected or public if it's not already. I don't remember. Probably isn't. I think it's still private. Just go all the way to the bottom.
Am I?
Nope. Wrong one.
Copying.
Okay.
Because you like to copy
All right,
shit.
that's fair. You know what? I should commend you.
I can read functions, Dustin.
All right. Now just go back to the other one and just call that and just type in a number. It doesn't really matter. Just either type one that's slow enough that it'll accept it because it's 2 right now, or high enough that it definitely won't accept it.
Spend coins.
There you go. Ah, you're thinking. You're smarter than me. I was just going to have you change it after a run. This is much more clever. All right.
But where is this thing?
That's attached to the script, the thing that brings the costume menu up. So,
Why?
because it doesn't matter right now, because it's just a test. But that base script will be inherited by the other shops too, the ones that actually have you spend money. So that's why I wanted to put that function there. All right. So now I just run it, and once we enter that trigger and it brings up that menu, it should do both of those things. It should first say that you don't have enough coins to spend, and then it should spend the coin. Do anything?
Yeah.
And before that, did it? Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's what we wanted to happen. We expected those 2 things to occur, and they did. All right. Perfect. Okay, then you can go ahead and comment out those test calls. You could maybe go just add some comments to the thing we just made. It's a little redundant, but I still like to try to do that whenever. Just like above not even any of the code specifically, just above the spend coins function that says this is used by all the shops, and it's the way we check how many coins a player has and take them away if you have enough to buy stuff. Okay, that's fine. Do you want to mess with anything else related to this right now? Like if you click back over to that notepad doc. Do you want to mess with anything else on this list, or is there anything else you can think of? Because the other thing about the coins is really, I don't know if we'll do this tonight. It's kind of up to you if you want to start on it. We need to figure out how we're going to surface them in the UI in either state, in either the gameplay levels where you're actually playing, or in the shop levels. Do we just want it to show up on the screen? Do we never want to show a total except when you're in a screen purchasing stuff at the shop, or do we want to show a running total in the game that just gradually ticks up as you keep playing? It'll go from 56 to 57 if you pick up your next one, and you've played the game for 2 hours or whatever. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Or do we just don't care, and then we'll show it when you come in here and you click on a shop, and it'll part of the UI for any of those shop menus will be you have 58 coins.
Heck is that where?
Excuse me. So this is both a question of what we want to implement, and then we just have to implement
I
it.
need to. I don't remember what it's called. What the fuck did I just do?
I think you just.
What the fuck did I just do?
What are you looking for?
What did I just do though? I moved levels somewhere. Where the fuck did I move them? Why is it in bosses? There we go. I need to see. Because it just builds that, doesn't it?
I mean, you'd have to tell me. You're the one who wrote all this stuff. I haven't really messed with any of it.
Let me see. Scorecard. What's the scorecard? Okay, so that's getting it from the score controller,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm assuming means that's total. That's not just the current one. I don't fucking remember. No, that is the current one. So right now, it is showing. This is where you see any coin value.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is literally just surfacing data. This isn't storing it at all. This is it, what's getting parsed through to that string to show on the result screen. It's pulling from that script that we messed with earlier to set the totals, or like where we were looking for to set the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We could just surface the player pref number here
Mm-hmm.
if you want the total. Because right now it's literally just what you collect at this level.
Okay. I think at minimum we should do that. I would also maybe lean towards just putting a running count with like a number and like a little coin icon next to it on the HUD. Because I feel like that...
I just don't want to.
I mean, we don't have to do it right now.
I just don't like that at all, though.
But my argument for that is that I think it tells you a lot about the game structure through the UI explicitly.
I put it on the pause screen, but I really don't want it a current coin total on the game screen.
Because my...
What if you die?
I mean, that's the one thing where, like I said, in my head, that was my, like, inkling to maybe, like, save them partially through the progress level 2. But if you feel strongly about it, it's not a battle that I fight.
I really don't want to do that.
The thing that I think it does give us, let me make the argument, and then I'm still okay if we don't do it. But I'll tell you, I'm just laying out, because then maybe if I pitch this, you'll have a better idea for how we could do this otherwise. The thing that it tells you if you do put it on there is you'll see the number go up as you pick them up, and then when the next level happens, you'll see that same number immediately, and you'll be like, oh, that's a thing that, like, that matters more than just the level that I was in. It's not like Mario, where you pick up 10 coins and then you go to World 2-2 and then you have 0 coins, because that's not a thing that happens in that game. Seeing that would indicate to players that is a thing that happens in that game, and then when they kind of loop all the way back around, like when they finish their first run or whatever and they hit the shop screen, that same number will be surfaced to them somewhere, and they'll be like, oh, that's what this is for. That's the thing I do in this game is I play levels and I collect a bunch of coins, and then eventually when I have a sufficient total number, I start spending them on shit that I want. Like, that's what it tells people to do that. So that's just my argument for why I think we could do it. But if you really just don't want to have it on there, like I said, I can live with that.
The only way I'd be okay with it on there is if it was only your current level coin total. And then at the end of the level it showed how much you have saved.
Okay, I would totally be fine with that.
Because I don't want...
Because that still does both.
If we keep that number on screen, and like, because I don't necessarily...
You don't want to mislead people.
Yeah, I don't want you to think that you're getting those coins when you die.
Yeah, that's fine. That I can totally live with that, because that's still basically like...
Because we could change this so
I would even want to do it
banked as opposed to collected.
Yeah, I would even maybe do it like on this final screen. I would do like maybe even just show like the math problem, and it could be animated or could just be all the numbers separately, just like coins equal current coins, total coins, whatever equals the previous value plus the new value equals the new final value or something. I just want to make it stupidly clear to people that it's a constant number that's going up. But I can definitely live with, like, in whatever form it takes, with showing the current running total within the level you're just playing on screen somewhere, and then in that the final score summation for any given level, it shows you.
I mean, if you look literally right here, I used to have how many when the number of objects. Or they were objects at first and they became coins. I never changed the verbiage in here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I could literally just add that dash back in and then put the player prep literally right there.
Yeah,
That's all,
I am totally...
That is literally all I would have to change on the screen.
Well, do that right now. I am totally okay with that. Yeah, that's fine.
He's just gonna get mad. Because that doesn't exist anymore. There. Done.
That should be probably not like a slash anymore, because that implies like a number out of a number. Probably just like plus or something. Do you get what I'm saying?
This number will have already gone up. The player puffs would have already been set by this point. Pretty sure that script fires before this one.
Okay. Just run it. Let's see what it looks like. Let's just go into a level and collect a couple of coins and... Oh, because it should show up, right?
I mean, this is the ending screen that happens at the end of the level.
Hello. We're still testing. Just talking to Brian.
You have to give me 1 second.
No, you're fine. Yeah, you gotta load the title screen again or whatever. And hopefully none of those other stupid errors will slow us down, but they might, because I'm bad. Should still have 1 coin, right?
Yeah.
Because we spent the 1 with our test.
You're gonna lose it in this. Or no, I commented those out.
You commented
yeah.
out. It shouldn't have it.
So you should still have 1 coin.
So now I'll just collect 1 or 2.
See?
But see, I don't think that makes sense, like the...
Well, this screen isn't gonna play here.
No, I'm saying the 0/1 I don't think makes sense. Like, I think that just the notation needs to be different.
He does it.
But that's not... Is that exactly how that works?
That's how it looks.
But you don't collect coins over the course of like multiple different attempts, right?
It shows you how much your total is in time and coins per each level at the end.
But what I'm saying is, like, I think our data set, like, I think our data is different than Spelunky, because Spelunky doesn't do a running total of like every game of Spelunky you've ever played, right?
But it does show them based on level by level. During a run, it will show you your current versus what you've had in that format.
Well, then maybe I disagree with Spelunky. I don't know. What I'm telling you, this says to me, I think, like, when I read this, in my mind, this says there was 1 coin in this level and I collected 0 of them, and that's not what we want to indicate to people. But that's what my notating it this way. That's what my brain thinks it is. Then you
figure out what you want it to look like. Go collect a coin.
Okay.
Don't kill that guy. I'm just gonna he doesn't hurt you. You don't need to. They will hurt you.
Back off. Coin.
Do you want me to find you one? Don't kill him.
Okay. There's a couple.
Heckin' day. Here, I'll make this so much easier on you. I bug the shit out of you at the same time. Just literally go down. The exit is right. There was another one right there.
Okay.
There was 2. Incredible.
See, because that, like I said, that's the same thing. In my mind, when I read that, what my brain tells me that's telling me is that there were 3 coins total in the level, and I collected 2 of the 3 of them.
Your brain's dumb.
What we actually want to tell people is that...
Then you figure out how you want it to do it, because I don't feel like thinking that way right now.
Right. What we actually want to tell people is that you collected 2 total coins in this level, and your new total is 3. Honestly, I would just add another line.
We're going to need to add another text mesh.
Okay, that's fine. I would just do that.
Maybe a new line? I honestly don't know, because we'd have to move the time down.
I think we should do that. I think we should add, like, coins this level and total coins and just make them... There's no way to misinterpret that. That's... Brian, how do you feel about... I'm not even sure if you're paying attention, but if you have thoughts on how we should do this, let me know. I just want to indicate to players both the number of coins that they've collected within any specific level...
Counterpoint.
And then a new total quantity of coins that will go up as they play the game over time.
Counterpoint. I don't know why. Christ. Hate. I just hate.
I mean, if you hate that keyboard so much, we should just go buy a new one.
Keyboard so much.
I don't understand why it bugs you so much.
It's the
we
fucking.
can go to Best Buy.
The keys are so low. I'm used to higher up keys.
I mean, they're not as flared as the other ones.
They
I'll give you that.
suck.
Oh.
They literally suck. Counterpoint.
I mean, I'm for the most part fine with that too. Especially if, since, like I said, if you put the other number on the HUD proper, like the number in that level specifically, I can totally live with that. If that's what we want to do. And then I don't think it makes sense at all. How do you want the current collected coins in a level to be displayed on the HUD? Because are they still displayed as little pips?
You turned that off like 80 years ago.
Okay. Do you want to do that, or would you be okay with just like a coin and a number?
You don't have exactly 7 as a maximum, so we can't do that unless you want me to add more of those. Those were not dynamically. So there was a maximum of 7 coins.
I mean, I'm.
Before.
I would either want to change.
No.
Basically, I think at the end, and I would be okay either way, but I would want the icon to be different if it's the little pips. I would just want it to be.
You can just make it a coin.
Right. I would want it to be that.
But
I'm also fine with just a single coin and then a number next to it.
That's what I was going to do.
Let's just do that. Unless you have any objections to that.
I literally just suggested that. Okay. So why would I have objections to it?
All right. Well, then put that in the notepad doc, because I don't think we're doing that tonight. You do like a little box animation that ticks up or down each coin you have. Yeah, that's something I'm thinking about.
What animation?
Maybe.
What now? What are you making me do?
Show the total coins in case. We'll maybe do that, but that's like an ideal world. We do exactly that, but I'm not sure if that's how we want to spend our time right now. So I'll definitely take it into consideration, because I do like the number of like. I'm gonna see how hard that would be, because it might be very easy.
I still don't know what you're talking about because you won't tell me.
Basically, what you have right exactly there, where it has total coins and then the number, be the same thing, except like the number would go up. Like it would start with the previous total coin value before this level, and then it would tick up. 8 times if you collected 8 coins.
No.
Do you dislike that?
I don't want to do that.
Well, but if I get it to work, are you fine with it?
I mean, whatever, but that's so much extra work for something so stupid and trivial.
I'll do this, because I'm kind of with
nice,
you. I'm right. I'm kind of with you in terms of effort estimate. So I'll maybe mess with it for an hour or two, and if I can't crack it in that amount of time,
you're gonna pull your hair out over this because it's you.
This
is you we're talking about. No, you're gonna make it work because you're a monster.
But I'll take it under consideration.
Like I said, it would look nice, but it's so beyond scope right now. Like, that's not important in the least.
You're right. That's where, like I said, that's ultimately where I'm at, is that it's not... I do think that's better, but it is not super high on our priority list for the moment, so... But I appreciate the suggestion, because you're right. I agree that would be the best way. In an ideal world, that would probably be the best way to indicate the thing we're trying to indicate.
Shit like that, so you're on your own.
Okay.
I don't have time for that bullshit.
Because if I did it with, if you just did it in a coroutine and you delayed, like, the ability for them to press A and then you incremented the value, it might just work. That's what I'll probably try. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just fucking...
That's so much we don't need to be worrying about right now. And yet you're worrying about it.
Anyway, alright, so we got all that.
The heathens.
Alright, Lorraine, honestly, the last thing I think we might do tonight together, because it's still related to this...
No.
Is that pull up just an empty fucking paint.net window.
Missed.
I'm gonna make sure everything else is saved in Unity too, like all the levels are saved and we built it or whatever, just in case the BZ crashes, which it hasn't done for a while, but you never fucking know. Scope creep is right, you got it.
If I save project, will it save everything?
Yes. I very rarely push that button, but I'm sure it will. I'm just gonna say yes.
I mean,
yeah,
we
you're
haven't
fine.
changed any scenes.
Uh-huh.
See, look at that. There's my string. There's the string right there. You could see it. It was in the thing. This, I'm still super proud of how all of this works.
I mean, that stuff's all, when you talk about your older code, that stuff's some of the oldest code in the game that I do think works like 95 or more % accurately. Like, I don't
It
think
works
it's,
100% accurately.
I mean, when I think my code works 100% accurately, I would always describe it as 95% accurate. So that's a high compliment from me. Never say never. Anyway, what I would like you to do here. Okay.
Drawing with the mouse is hard.
I told you.
I know how. That's all.
I have two things. One is a pitch to you on a thing I think we might do now if I can finish getting it working, and then another one is I just want you to do like a little mock-up for me. The first one is for the costume specifically, for redeeming them.
Here we go.
No, this is. I think you'll be in favor of this. Maybe.
Let's have some
find out.
animations. Let's do some more bullshit.
So,
Okay.
you had already made that little gumball machine thing.
Yes.
It originally lived on the menu or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might just plop that into the scene and just make it work exactly that way.
Randomly.
Yeah. Would that be okay with you? Or
We're
are you
not
against
buying
that?
shit anymore.
Well, you'd buy a random drop of a costume, specifically. And then we could still even have the other little shopkeeper guy, and he could still just sell your, like, non-costume upgrades.
I don't think I like having two different things.
In that case, we could, if you were okay with that, we could all just have it fall out of the gumball machine, or we could not use it at all. I had just seen that and still liked that asset and thought, we could reuse this. And it would work. There's no reason it wouldn't. And the other thing there is in terms of, like, saving some dev time, theoretically, is that we wouldn't have to code for, not to say we couldn't do this, because it wouldn't be, like, a tremendous amount of effort, but it's technically more than zero effort. We still need to set up the shop where in whatever state it's in. To if the idea is it gives you like one random costume at a time that you can buy, we just have to like set up a thing that does that. That'll surface them like one at a time randomly until they're all gone. With the other thing, you literally just put a line of text is that like, give me 10 coins and I'll give you a costume, and then it spits out one, and then that's the one you have. Like the menus in the shops are slightly less dynamic at that point. Because the other one would always just contain, here's a health upgrade, and here's a shield upgrade, and here's like a health refill and a shield refill, and it would be those four things always and forever. On the other shop menu, like nothing about it would change. It wouldn't change states where like there would be a costume slot that would be different over time, and it wouldn't have to change states to where like you either account for or don't account for a state where there's no costume left to be purchased. But I would be fine doing it either way. And then as a follow-up, the reason I had you open this is I wanted you to just draw me a mock-up of like what you want the costume, like the purchasing menu to look like. And basically my first question dictates the second, because if it's going to be one menu that sells you character upgrades and costumes, then that has to look different from a menu that just sells character upgrades, basically. Okay. And is that like one or the other at any given time? Okay. Okay.
Or at least could like the ordering could
Yeah. But they're like quadrants. Okay. I'm totally okay with that. That splits the difference in a way that I am fine with.
Because obviously, like if this runs out first, shield upgrade, health upgrade all the time. Once those run out, move those ones up and just leave it as 2 items.
Okay.
Or we could probably, honestly, it makes more sense.
So you're saying the top left one is either a permanent health upgrade or a permanent shield upgrade,
Yes.
right? Depending, just like because of RNG. And then once you have eventually, if you played the game enough such that you have bought every costume in the game, those top slots will be both. Like it'll just show you both things every time.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna switch how these things look.
Because the other thing about this is that even once the thing sells out in this scenario, my thought was just to put either the text sold out on it or make one little art asset that's like a crummy looking sign that says sold out or something and just paste it over that spot such that we don't actually need to change the ordering or the format of the menu at all. You'll just it will be explicit that that quadrant is no longer interactable.
Yeah, I don't know. There.
Okay. And then the other thing in here is where would you want other, like, ephemera about, like, the other things I'm thinking would be on this menu are a confirm button, like a literal indicator, like if it's the Xbox controller, it would be the green A. Cancel button, which it would, in Xbox parlance, would be a red B. And then, like, your current coin total. All that stuff would have to live on here somewhere else. Would that be, like, inside the bounds of this rectangle? Okay. That's fine.
This could.
Just like above all four
Wherever,
quadrants, basically. Yeah.
Because these lines don't have to exist. This could be, or even just like up here or something.
But yeah, I kind of like it if, yeah, like I like it on top of the whole window. I think that works.
Have the Goop shopkeeper down here.
Okay.
He doesn't have a hat, even though you give him a hat every single time you draw him. He has an apron
Okay.
because he's a shopkeeper. It's terrible.
Do we want him to have a text bubble? He could.
I was thinking. So here are my thoughts. He could give you a rotating description of what you're hovering over. Like,
Okay, that's smart. Yeah, we should do that. You're totally right. Yes. Okay, I'm on board.
so like you go. So
Right.
your cursor is.
Yeah. He tells you what it does. Fills your health to full.
Yeah.
Gives you more health.
Your cursor or whatever
Higher health permanently or whatever.
is here.
You get you a fun outfit. Yeah. No, that's smart.
He's just like, hey, this is a one time. This will just refill your health. This will refill your shield gauge. This will increase your health or shield gauge. This will give you a random costume that you don't have. This cost should go up after you purchase each one.
Yeah. So will the other ones. Not the refills, but yeah.
These will go up until you have
Right.
them completed.
Yeah. Those will scale right. Like,
So
I don't
you
know.
go
I don't know about exponentially,
beep,
but they'll get higher the
beep,
more you buy.
Beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep. They should go up every time until it's empty.
Yeah.
However much that increment may be. The last
Okay.
one
No, I
should
love
be
that. We should
there.
definitely do that. I'm in. I'm on board.
Because, like, in theory, because the camera's always centered on Marta, could just kind of, like, shift it up a little bit, have the screen pop up, him down in the corner. Like, he doesn't have to move at all. The camera will move and spawn that window, and then
Okay.
we'll go from there.
Okay. I like it. All right. Save that image. I don't care where you put it. If you want, you could put it in the same folder. Go up to the top of that. The left, yeah, go up there. Go to quick access.
I'm literally on quick access. What do you want?
No, you're in the desktop folder.
What do you want out of here? I can pick it from here. These are all the folders that will show up if I click quick access.
I think the game dev notes one. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's what I want.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, and then I'll mess with that.
However you want the cursor to be. Right now I've got a bubble cursor that works fairly well.
Yeah, I don't see any reason not to use that.
And just like have it be like a circle just
Again, I think it looks good, and it
here or whatever.
that
like,
through line, right? You see it on the
slightly off to the side,
Right,
or
right,
like
right,
technically
right.
on the thing.
Yeah, you see it on the start screen, so that should be once people play the game for 20 or 30 minutes, it should be immediately obvious how it works and what it does, since it already indicates menus on the other.
I don't know if you know how I do it on here, but I have empty game objects that are points that it literally just moves to. There's a list, and it will just shift it to those points.
Okay.
Just sets the transform position. It's very easy.
I'll make it work. All right.
All of the menus
like
work that way.
Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine for now. If you want to call it a night early, a smidge early, not a ton, but a little.
He's here.
I got a little bit of stuff done. Had a conversation or two.
He's here. I don't think this feels serious. Helping. I did this with a mouse.
That's pretty good for freehanded it with a.
He looks so squished. This was like a few weeks ago during that time when I had to fill.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do real quick before I close it out? Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to add?
I'm tired.
Okay, that's fair.
I hate this keyboard.
Well, like I said,
It sucks.
I do want to go back and forth a little bit, but I think this worked really well. You did a good job.
Okay?
You did a good job piloting. But if you do really hate this keyboard, you can just get a different one. So maybe we'll go keyboard shopping a little bit. But in any case, all right.
That's riveting.
I think that might call it for the evening. Thank you, Lorraine, for hanging out and making stuff. Thank you for watching. We'll be back at some point. I might be back early next week. We'll see.
Not Thursday.
Yeah,
like hard.
definitely not going to be back online Thursday. It'll be either just the following week after that, or I might get online solo at some point during the week. We'll find out. But next week's going to be like stupid busy. So
yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
It's
but
only Wednesday to
keep an eye on the internet. We'll be back at some point in the not too distant future. Until then, see you later.
Bye.